Sup guys, it's me Sky Emo. If you're seeing this, you have less than 7 days to claim the most insane head start in Chaos Zero Nightmare history. We're talking 70 free pulls, 2 5-star selectors, 1 for your combatant and 1 for your partner, and enough crystals to jumpstart your account straight into the mid to end game. Remember, these extra rewards are for a very limited time only. Oh, and there are coupon codes you can register in-game. I'm showing you right here where to put them in. You can claim everything from your inbox. Don't worry if you missed the codes on screen. I've noted them down in the description along with their expiry dates. The why is now the best time to start? It's not just the freebies. Check the calendar. There's a new combatant coming who looks crazy strong, like a key unit for Season 3. Her name is Heidemarie, and Dev leaked her full kits just in few days. Check this out. Look at the blue aura linking these cards. When she plays this specific skill, her entire hand gets discarded, and she launches a flurry of attacks for every card used. This discard and link mechanic is going to completely shift the meta. And there's more, the new sortie system. Devs just introduced it and it's a big deal. Usually, we only bring 3 combatants, but now we get 4. It's a totally new experience, and since we're getting more powerful, they're adding Hell Mode too. Yeah. Why I'm recommending this game is because it ain't going south anytime soon. It's just getting more interesting every season. For the newcomers, Chaos Zero Nightmare, or CZN, is a tactical deck builder with that roguelike feel as the cherry on top. We've got real-time combat, deep lore, full voiceovers,
カオスゼロナイトメアの新キャラクター、ハイデマリ役のリタのお声を演じさせていただいているアベリカです。
skill animations,
私の愛、分けてあげます。
gacha,
今日も愛の力で、愛の力で全て撃退します。
anime story cutscenes, some characters even have their own MV and BGM.
だからこそ立ち向かうんです。
You name it, we got it. For the battle style, it's all about synergy, not just raw power. Even with a 4-star team of free combatants, as long as you got the right deck, or save data as we call it, you'll beat every piece of content in the game. Yes, you heard right, this game is very F2P friendly. Gacha is more like a side appeal when you're bored with your team. It gives a new vibe, but your old combatants will still manage to beat everything nonetheless. We also have partners, which other games might call weapons. 1 for each combatant, providing passive stat boosts and even their own skills in battle. If you like Slay the Spire, you'll love this, but the learning curve is steep because of the sheer variety each season. That's why these freebies matter so much. Currently, it's single player with event leaderboards, but new multiplayer is coming soon. No clue how it looks yet, but the more the merrier, right? The 5-star selection ticket is your most powerful tool, just like in any other gacha. Don't just pick a favorite. Pick for a carrier. Now, this selector is only for standard banner characters. It's a limited pool, but they are still very strong. I usually recommend Serenial from Season 2 for DPS, but since she's a seasonal limited, she isn't in this ticket. Keep an eye out for her rate-up banner later, though. For now, if you need a DPS, go with Mei Lin for stacking damage, or Hugo for his passive chase playstyle. If you like a tanky style with a balance of shields and damage, Khalip is your go-to. For healers, Orlia can never go wrong, especially with her recent heal buffs. But my highest must-have recommendation? Get Veronica. She's a support. She deals decent passive damage with her ballista, but her draw engine is insane. She is the ultimate engine for your deck. Her repose card is where the magic happens. Through her divine epiphanies, you can transform this into a 0-cost beast that gives you 3 draws for free, or a 2-draw cycle that actually generates 1 AP. That kind of card economy is broken. Pair that with her versatile ballista options for consistent passive sub-DPS, and you have a unit that fits into almost every team in the game. If you want the most value for your account long-term, she is the one. I have put together this quick breakdown so you can see exactly which role fits your account best. Use your 70 free standard pulls first before touching that selector. You don't want to pick a character and then pull a duplicate 5 minutes later. If you don't get lucky, don't sweat it. Like I said, for star combatants are strong enough. For pure DPS, Tressa is still good even after the nerf thanks to her poison gimmick. For sub DPS on par with 5 stars, look at Beryl for her opening found retain damage or Selena for her pursuit style. These two can carry you without a pure DPS. For supports, we have Nia and Cassius. And for healers, our beloved blue-haired Mika is excellent. Let's be real, the true MVP for most of us is our beloved blue-haired Mika. Don't let that 4-star rarity fool you, her utility is insane. Her signature card, Source of Water, is a complete game-changer for team sustain. What makes her special are her divine epiphanies. My personal favorite is the one that gives you a massive 198% heal while generating 2 AP. Or, if you are in a long fight, you can pick the version that draws an extra card and reduces costs. She isn't just a healer, she's an AP battery that keeps your deck moving. As you can see in this clip, when the pressure is on, Mika is usually the one keeping the whole squad alive. If you are F2P, she is non-negotiable. Alright, let's talk about the real grind. Your highest priority right now is account level. High account level means a higher stamina cap, and during this Half-Anni we have a massive EXP boost. You need to focus 100% of your stamina on the main story missions. They give a ton of growth materials and even some gacha tickets. Plus, every time a new season drops, you gotta clear those stories to unlock the new seasonal chaos dungeons. Once that's done, move into the simulations. This is your stamina dump for daily, weekly, and monthly resets. Focus on raising your 3 main combatants first, prioritize your DPS or main carry. Level them to 50 ASAP and unlock their potential nodes for that natural stat boost. There's not much difference between level 50 and 60, but if you have the extra stamina, pushing to 60 never hurts for those extra stats. Check this list for which nodes are high priority for each role. Check the text for each role. For your main carries, crit is king. Don't feel rushed to max these out immediately. Focus on the core stats first to save your materials. Got all that? Good. Now let's see how these stats actually perform in the Rift. Don't forget to farm memory fragments, what we call equipment, and train their partners too, same rule. Pick 3 for your main team. Now head to Arc City. Claim your extra daily stamina. Build up your research facility to raise your stamina cap and lower upgrade costs, and visit your characters. Raising affinity levels gives permanent stats and cool perks like stickers and those special animated lobby screens. Most people just rush to level 15 to unlock everything. Also, hit the policy office regularly. It resets every few hours and drops crystals, growth materials, and currency for the no-no shop. Now, the most important part. Building your deck, or save data. The best place to farm is the seasonal chaos for those special gimmicks. If it's downtime, farm the zero system. Here is the veteran math you need to know. For chaos farming, stay at difficulty 8. Anything higher is just for flexing. There are no extra rewards. If 8 is too hard, stay at 7 so you can still get 5-star gear drops. Do not go below 7 or you'll only get 4-star gear. For the zero system, stay at difficulty 10 for the best outcome. Tier-wise, always try for the highest tier possible. Chaos at tier 15, 0 as well. Do it on Nightmare if you can. That gets you the 15+1 result and the max 180 faint memory cap. The higher your cap, the more card epiphanies you can make. which means a stronger deck. This is confusing at first, but you'll get used to the math. I've linked a non-sponsored calculator in the description to help you out. By now, you've got all the basics and the combatant growth knowledge. And that's the basics of the Zero system. If you are wondering how to manipulate the deck to get those perfect card epiphanies, don't worry. I'm dropping a full pro farming guide as soon as the new Chaos season goes live in a few days. For now, just focus on hitting that 180 cap. Next up are the special dungeons and event bosses like the Basin of Hyperspace. And for the hardcore players, we have Rift Battle. It's the major show-off mode with leaderboards. But hey race, the best part for F2P players, you don't need a 1,000,000-point score to win big. As you can see here, even with a minimum score of 500,000, you can claim every single cumulative reward. Don't feel pressured to race the leaderboards, just get your clears and grab that loot. Now that your account is leveled and your farming is efficient, it's time to talk about the one thing that can ruin a good account: bad spending. Next up, we're diving into gacha and pity management. Alright, let's talk about the wall of shame. Even veterans make these mistakes. But as a new player, these can set your account back weeks. 1. The standard banner sin. Spending crystals here is the ultimate trap. I've said it before, but I'm saying it again. Don't. Use the free 70 pulls for the standard pool and save your hard-earned crystals for the limited units who actually change the meta. 2. The partner banner trap. If you're F2P, stop pulling for 5-star partners. The free 4-star ones are already very strong. You'll get a way bigger power spike by farming better save data than you will from a marginal upgrade on a rate-up partner. Unless you're a total simp for a character, in which case, do what makes you happy, but efficiency-wise, it's a waste. 3. Potential node waste. Don't just click nodes randomly. These materials are incredibly scarce and most are locked behind weekly resets. Stick to the priority checklist I shared earlier. 4. The RNG burnout. Save data warning. This is my biggest warning. Don't chase perfection early. CZN has way more RNG factors than other games, and trying to build a god-tier deck right away will make you burn out. Trust me, I've been there. I've had to touch grass and come back many times. Build a normal deck first with decent gear and standard epiphanies. Once you have a working deck, you can slowly farm for those divine epiphanies. It's better to have a working deck than to quit midway with nothing. 5. The extreme hoarder syndrome. Some people hoard for months for characters that haven't even been confirmed as playable. My advice? Hoarding is fine, but don't let the game get boring. If a seasonal, crossover, or collab banner drops, like Serenial, get them. Normal rate-up characters eventually join the standard pool, so you might luck into them later. But seasonals and collabs disappear for a long time. Don't skip a meta-defining unit just to save for a maybe character in the distant future. Play for the now. 6. The perfection debt. Stop chasing perfect growth too early. You'll see that 60 crystal refresh for memory fragments and think, why not? Here is why that cost scales. It jumps from 50 all the way to 340 crystals per buy. F2P player, that is a debt trap. Let time do the work, don't pay crystals for what you'll get for free tomorrow. 7. The combatant hierarchy. Memorize the golden rule: combatant over partner. A 4-star partner can carry you through the entire endgame. Don't waste your ether crystals pulling for shiny 5-star partners when you could be saving for a meta-defining limited combatant or collab banner. The character is the engine. The partner is just the paint job. 8. The lobby shop sniper. Use the lobby shop like a sniper. You'll see partner copies for 300, but the real prize is the combatant copy for 400. Even if you don't own the unit yet, buying those copies is the smartest long-term investment you can make. Partners are tempting, but combatant shards are the key to true power scaling. 9. Strategic spending. Finally, if you're a low spender, avoid raw crystal packs. That's a whale's game. Your best ROI is always the monthly package and the special data pass. And when you're browsing the shop, Hunt for the packs that include signal amplified anchors. Everything else is secondary. Avoid these traps, stay off the wall, and your account will be unstoppable. Got questions? Let's talk in the comments. So, looking at the big picture on our calendar, we are in the golden window. You have the selectors, you have the 70 pulls, and now you have the veteran knowledge to not waste them. Check that April 29th date. That's when the half anniversary officially peaks. If you start today, you'll be leveled up and ready for the 4-man sortie mode and Season 3. Be sure to save every single crystals you can, at least until the day Heidemarie release. She's very potent to be crucial role for Season 3. I assure you will cover Heidemarie as soon as possible. If this deep dive helped you, let me know in the comments, are you picking Veronica or going for a DPS? They'll be down there answering questions. Check the description for the coupon codes and that calculator link. I'm Sky Emo. Start smart, stay humble, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.